It's there! Holy moly, this one's going to go big.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. We're going to do something a little bit different for this video. We're going to have a game of Chase HQ. Now the reason for this is it's to do with the Gentleman's Pixel Club, which I mentioned in a previous video. This is Reg from Desert Island Fruits. It's his channel that he's set up. It's a retro gaming channel, and he's kind of been taking requests from the members there for games that people want to see featured on the channel. The one that I asked him to do was Chase HQ, and kind of jokingly suggested he could have a crack at my high scores. He has given a shout out to my scores at the start of this video here. And do watch the video. I've watched the whole video. It's quite enjoyable. He kind of has a go on easy mode where he gets 5 turbos and 70 seconds per stage, which is not how the game defaults to in the arcade. So you can see there he's got 5 turbos and 70 seconds. He does then later on play it on what I would consider to be the proper settings, which are the default arcade settings, which is medium difficulty, 60 seconds per stage and 3 turbos. He did not do very well on that kind of difficulty setting. Didn't go very well for him, and indeed he didn't actually get past stage 1. So what I'm going to do in this video here is I'm going to play Chase HQ myself, because I've got to say, I fancy myself as being pretty good at Chase HQ, and about 50% of the time I can do a full single credit clear on it. So here we are in the game itself. 1988, I remember when Chase HQ came out. It was a very popular game. It turned up in a lot of arcades, and I remember, God, the swimming baths down in Chelmsford had it in the little sort of machine area there. I loved it as soon as it came out. I would always play Chase HQ if I saw it on site somewhere in an arcade. So I played it a lot back in the day. Fast forward to... obviously, they all disappeared from the arcades in due course. And then, oh, God, was it about 10 years ago? It was added to MAME. It's been in MAME for a long time, put it that way. I was delighted when support for this game was added into MAME. If you're not aware of how MAME works, they gradually over the years started off just emulating a handful of really old arcade games, you know, like Scramble and Galaxian and all that sort of thing. But over the years, they've added more modern technologies in there. And as PCs have got faster, they have been able to run these more technically demanding games at acceptable kind of, you know, decent performance rates. I remember when more... There's all my high scores, by the way. I don't know what happened with score 4 there, where I put AAA in, but you can see there they were all single credit clears. Let's get going. Yeah, I remember when, like, Mortal Kombat was added into MAME, and the PCs of the time just couldn't run it. It was a horrible, choppy mess. But eventually, you know, the power of your PC at home, it's all down to processor grunt MAME, effectively. That caught up and it was playable. So MAME now is encapsulates just about the whole history of arcades now. My sort of MAME collection is one of my most treasured bits of kind of digital data or digital real estate, if you will. Up there with kind of my Fruit Machine emulation collection and, you know, like family photos and videos and that kind of thing. So very, very proud. That was quite deliberate there. You can just take that corner there like you saw there. You don't... Stage 1 here, as long as you get the angles right on the corners, you can take the whole stage in top gear, foot to the floor. You don't need to take off on the accelerator. One thing that Reg did wrong was he was using his turbos just to get to the baddie. Don't do that. You should not have to use, on a good run, you should not have to use your turbos on the way to the baddie. That was a bit of a messy corner there, you know. I should concentrate a bit more on what I'm doing here, you know. Oh no, he's going to put me straight into the path of that car. That was a bad hit. That was a really bad hit, and that has cost me back. That was shocking. That was messy as fuck. That was unforgivable. Dear, dear, dear. Too much rabbiting and not enough content. You've got to get zoned in on this game. And thinking about it, I've never tried to do this before. I've never tried to play Chase HQ before and comment and narrate it. Oh dear, that was shocking. that was a real rookie error there. I fucked myself in. The problem is there, because obviously my time bonus now is lower, because I wasted time because I hit that car, so you can see there that my end of stage bonus is lower. The other problem that I've got now is that I've reset my car multiplier. That's one of the other things that I mentioned to Reg, is every time you pass a civilian car, you get a score. It starts at 200 and it goes up in 200 point chunks all the way up to 8,000, so you can get up to 8,000 points per civilian car passed cleanly. The problem there is I hit a civilian car, so that is going to reset my my points, or my score rather. Have a look at the top left hand corner every time I pass a car. So when I come past these cars here, just have a look and you'll see there that, yeah, I'm building up again. You can see there 1,600, 1,800. Right, I had to just shut up there because you need to hear the... Oh, and I've done it again. That was really bad. I have not realised how difficult it is to narrate and play this at the same time. I didn't think it would be this... I'm finding it actually quite hard to concentrate on the game and talk at the same time. Simply because it's not something I've ever tried to do before. That was... So frankly, I've fucked this up. I would look at that. That was shocking. I got the angle wrong there. I would consider this to be a fail. This run is a fail already. That was just awful. That was utter shite. I'm oh dear. Can I get my head back together here, do you think? Dear me. Oh, you know what? This is a real... I'm just not getting my timings right here at all. I mean, it's not like there's no risk of not making it, but... This... Oh, come on. You want to be killing the first two stages. You should be finishing with like 35 seconds plus. On the... Oh, that wasn't great. That wasn't great. I'll do it as an honest run. I won't cheat and do it again. Okay. That was really... I'm not happy with either of those stages. They were both shit. They were both shit. Not good. Not good at all. So, okay, on stage 2 now. Stage 3 is the first one, really, where in the arcade could kill you. Get a game over on it. You've got to sort of have your wits about you a little bit. Stage 1 and stage 2, I think, are pretty easy. You don't need much practice to be able to get past them. Stage 3, I think, is where it starts to get a little bit spicier. There's only 5 stages in the game, by the way. So you kind of... Full playthrough is about... I think it's about 12 minutes. If you finish it, it's about 12 minutes. Which is perfect, which is fine for an arcade game. At the end of the day, this was an arcade game that you were supposed to, put money into play, so... Oh, that's a little bit... Let's try and get... I need to just... I'm just losing my focus here. Getting these core... You've got to try and get the core... Oh, no, and I did it again. Not good enough there. Not good enough. I'm really not happy with how I've done here. Very unsatisfactory. I've lost a lot of points there. Because I've fucked myself on the civilian car multiplier. I've really hurt my score there. They can start to add up. If you can get it up to 8,000 and keep it there for a decent chunk of the game, you see there I'm back down to like 400. I should be getting 8,000 points for every single one of these cars that I'm passing. So that was very unsatisfactory. But I mean, we're going to make it. It's fine. It's not a problem. And then, we'll just have to sneak around there. And then you can get one turbo in here. Should be able to... Oh, no, the road... Oh, dear, Degsy, what you fucking do? Now, you don't want to be using the turbos through this bit because the road doesn't lend itself to it. It's really been a twat here, just putting the fucking... Because you can see there, the cars can pass through each other. And sometimes it's just a fucking arsehole for putting the civilian cars in the way of the... This doing it there as well. It's... I didn't have a great traffic configuration there, in fairness, but I'm playing shit. Oh, it's giving me a really big slowdown one there as well, which is annoying. And there's no risk of not making it, but... Oh, that was dreadful performance. Oh, we'll go with it. Fine. So I reckon I can do a single credit clear on this. About half the time. It's absolutely not... Look at that. Oh, dear, dear, dear. These are some terrible scores. Yeah, about 50... I'd say about 1 in 2. I can do a single credit clear. I never, ever continue. That is my goal on this game, and always has been, ever since it was first added into MAME, was single credit clears. I could do it in the arcade back in the day. So... And I never use continues in the arcade either, because it's all... With games like this, and games like Outrun and that kind of thing, that the challenge for me was always to try and do a single credit clear. I was never interested in using continues. There are some games I think are borderline impossible to actually do a single credit clear on, and they're designed that way, but Chase HQ and racing games of that nature are very... That was fucking shite, Degsy. Do lend themselves to single credit clears. Just drop down a gear there. This is going to be an awkward pass there. There we are. That's fine. Got to watch that jump there. I nearly missed that jump in the in that little tunnel section there as well. This is not tidy. This is not a tidy performance, but we'll go with it. I'm not happy with this performance at all, but oh, go on. There we are. You see, that's a little bit more like it. That's a bit more like it there, just threading through those cars. That's what I was just missing on the earlier stages. And I misjudged that corner there as well. And we'll use a turbo. Now, the way to do it on this one is you want to get a turbo in early. There. And then now you don't want to be using a turbo. And what you want to do, because you can't actually hold the corners, so what you want to try and do is get your position on the road. So, it's absolutely been like that there, you see, so that as you drift round the corner, because you can't, like that there, and then as you lose traction on the road, you actually hit in, and try and do it again there, like that. It's fine. We'll just have to ease off a little bit there. Now we can use the turbos. That's fine, and then we'll just get through this little bit here, and then we'll get one more. That wasn't a bad stage 4, actually. That was not bad for stage 4. Watch him, and you see that's another look at that. He just properly rods him up the bum, doesn't he? You're under arrest. You're under arrest, and you're getting done up the bum. That is the rough hand of justice right there, or the rough knob of justice right there, isn't it? So now we're on stage 5, the final stage. So this is the one. Like I say, this is the one that'll have me. This is almost a coin flip. This on whether or not I'll do it. So. We'll have a go. We'll have a go. Let's just see. Could go either way, this one. It's quite a nasty road layout as well. So, give it my... I would certainly expect to get to him without using... Now, that's the first thing, by the way, on this stage. You really want to get to him without using a turbo. I didn't get any lines right there at all. So you don't want to be spinning... Oh, he's gone left. Oh my God! Come on, let's just hold it. I wasn't listening to the helicopter, and I was wrong. Oh, that was messy. That was messy. I might have to use a turbo now just to get to him. Tell you what, it's giving me some real shit traffic configurations on this one. It's not always the same. It's giving me an utter shit on this one. Well, so we should be all right. We should be all right. Don't want to use a turbo on the way there. Come on. Come on. Should make it. Got to just ease off there. We should be alright. I'm going to use a turbo just to absolutely ensure that I get to him. Oh no, that was messy. We can use one here. And then we save the last one. There's a really tight, twisty, turny bit now. Where you don't want to be using turbos. Oh, I just fucking threw a fucking car right in my way there. Come on. Oh, get in now. Come on. And then we can use a turbo as we come out of here. And then we can use a turbo here. This is going to be touch and go, this one. I've got no turbos left now. It's not been perfect, this one, by a long chalk. Come on. Come on. As long as I can manage not to hit another civilian car, we might be alright. Well, see there, it just put one right in my way. Come on. Come on. Come on. Should get him here. There we are, we got him. Got him. That is a crap, Scott, I'm not even sure that'll be on the high... It will be on the high score table, I think, but... Oh, that was poor.
You're under arrest on
See, now what happens now is you get a 5 million bonus for finishing it. That was shit. It's a single credit clear, but it wasn't pretty.
This is Case Special Investigation Chief, Amos. I want to congratulate you on a great job. I hereby record your heroism and remember it for a long time to come. For completing 5 missions without a flaw. Bless you, Perfect Chaser.
There we are, so we get the 5 million bonus. That's where your big scores come from, is the completion. Now we get the end credits, which I don't suppose we need to see the end credits, but that's something that you did get on arcade games back in the day. And indeed, look at the stat for the whole game. It's just a handful of this, of course, back. I think the ROM for this is about 2 megabytes. You know what? I'll have to check that. But like the ROM is tiny. If you think about now that your phone has got like 32 or 64 gig of storage. You've got these little micro SD cards that have got 128 gigabytes on them. And that's just in your fucking phone. This is when entire games were just done in even big arcade games like this were just done in a megabyte or two. That's the whole staff. That's everyone who worked on the game. They did the entire thing. So there we are, and now we get to put our score in. That was not a good... Is that even going to be on the high score? It'll be down the arse end of the high score. I think my stage 4 was pretty good. My actual times weren't too... Oh, look at that. Down in 9th. Well, it's on the... I really like the music. It's a really nice little sort of jaunty little sampley type thing. There we are. So we'll put it. Oh well, it's a single credit clear, and it's on the high score table. But I'm not. You can see there, and you can see there the scores are considerably higher, going up towards the top, and that was getting that's getting the car multiplier up and keeping it there. So you're getting 8,000 points for passing the cars. Also, the stage 4 was pretty good, but stage 3 was shit, wasn't it? So yeah, that wasn't a great performance. But it does show you single credit clear, entirely doable on this game. So maybe Reg will go back, and he did say in the video that he would have another crack at it. I think this is a superb game. There are some of my absolute favourites in MAME. Some evenings, and I did this over the weekend. There was just one evening I thought, you know what? I just fancy some retro gaming. Obviously, I've got my gaming PC there with all the latest stuff on it. I've got my Xbox One X, I've got my PS4 Pro, I've got my Switch, fucking Netflix, Amazon Prime, everything to choose from. I just thought, you know what, I just want to play retro games. And I just parked my arse on the couch, and I had an evening of playing Chase HQ and Space Harrier, Outrun, Thunder Force 2 is another favourite. I've got about 10 go-to games that are my absolute favourites. And Pinball Arcade is another one that I love to play. Back when you can't buy it anymore. You've got to get it through the company that did Pinball Arcade. All the old Williams and Bally tables officially licensed. They lost the license, but I bought them all in Pinball Arcade on Steam back when they were still available. You can get them now, but you've got to get it on Pinball FX, which is available on all platforms. You can buy those tables. The license went to the company that makes Pinball FX. So you can still get them. That's another favourite thing of mine to do, is just play pinball. And I just sat down for 4 hours and just played retro games and pinball. So it's absolutely one of my favourite things to do. I am a huge, huge fan of retro gaming. And with that said, of course, you do have Reggie's channel there, the Gentleman's Pixel Club, if you want to see what he's up to in the world of retro gaming. He does take requests. If you're a member over at Desert Island Fruits, you can request a game and he will feature it on the channel. This is what I did for Chase HQ. So I do want to say thank you to Reg for making the video. I really do appreciate him taking the time to do that. But watching him play it made my brain hurt. So I was just determined just to fire it up and maybe just show him a little bit more of how you can play it. And I was hoping to get a single credit clear, and I did. It wasn't a good one, but I'll sell for it. So anyway, there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed this video. Something a little bit different, but it was just to tie in with Reggie's video there that he kind of made for me, as it were. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Catch up with you next time. For now, it is goodbye.